Greetings. What we're going to talk about today is the Poing Stroke for snare drum. Most of the drum manuals which describe how to execute it refer to it as a heavy stroke, such as Charles Stewart Ashworth in his New Useful and Complete System of Drum Beating, published in 1812. He doesn't mention how to execute the stroke, so most modern interpretations of his music simply execute the stroke as a loud beat. However, there's more to the history of it than that. The earliest manuscript which describes the Poing Stroke is from the mid-1600s, the Deuce manuscript. It describes the poing as a bang by the hoop. Ironically, in French, poing historically means fist, so one could interpret this as a punch off-center on the head and nearer the hoop, or rim, in modern terms. In the Oxford English Dictionary, pong is the sound of a ringing blow, a bang, and that ringing sound is exactly what you hear if you strike the drum nearer the hoop than in the center of the head. On my drum, the muffler is off, so that the batter head can sound the effect. Ancient rope tension snare drums didn't have mufflers, like the one that puts pressure on the head to keep it from ringing, so mine is off, and the effect only works on a drum with no muffle. You see, when you strike the drum in the head, it reverberates back and forth. There's cross sections which fluctuate. There's rings, concentric rings, which are nodal points. And by striking off-center, you don't let it beat back upon itself, and by beat I mean the nodal points in the half of the drum, the quarter of the drum, the concentric circles vibrating. So let's do that again. Center, glancing blow near the hoop. And I hope you can hear that ring. In my opinion, a rim shot is a poor interpretation of the Poing Stroke, since its definition as to execution only appears in a couple of 19th century texts, and you can't know if the authors of those books provide original methods to achieve the stroke, or if they are simply retelling an already established means as to its execution. What excites me most about the notion of a glancing ringing blow to the head is that it can be used in modern compositions. For after all, we cannot truly know the past, but merely speculate insightfully as to how things may have been. We can, however, learn from the past in order to affect the future. The wood call, which is described in word as a poing stroke and a 10-stroke roll in von Steubing's military manual written for the soldiers in the American Army during the American Revolution, I think might have been performed thus. Where the heavy stroke Ashworth describes is more than just a loud beat. When I wrote a piece for Will Chase during my studies at Oberlin in the late 1980s and early 1990s, I used this interpretation of the Poing Stroke to great success. Sonata for snare drum was performed in a very reverberant concert hall, and little over 2 minutes into the piece, the ringing harmonics from the Poing Strokes used there echoed and resounded throughout the hall, encircling the audience. The Poing Stroke could be performed as a Gauck-style rim shot, as Hazeltine describes it in 1810, beat by each stick nigh to the hoop of the drum, lightly touching the hoop at the same time, or it could be performed by striking the head about 3 inches from the lower side with a smart sliding stroke, as Lovering describes in 1818. And as I have shown in this video. Moreover, while Lovering and Hazeltine are contemporaries, Lovering does not mention striking the hoop. Therefore, with my 2 cents offered on the Poing Stroke, I'd like to recommend that this is how it should be performed. Thank you.